You're right! Huh? Oh... Tighnari, are you okay? Oh, so you passed out because of the heat!
That's right. I usually bring lots of water when I go to the desert. I went through all my water very quickly, and with the effects of the disturbed ley lines, my ancestors, the Valukashuna, were originally from the desert. But I guess this is what happens when a species migrates. They become intolerant of their original environment.
This isn't the time for a history lesson. Let's get you some water.
Humans. Such fragile beings. Your bodies can't even survive extreme changes in the environment. Here, take this. Let him drink it.
Are you serious? This had better be just normal water. Hey! Paimon really doesn't get that guy. What?
I'm feeling a little better now.
Oh, it wasn't just the two of us.
Found you at last.
Sino, you're here too!
I was concerned, so I came back to check on you. Will you be able to...
The fur on my tail is so dry, it's practically been singed right off. I don't see any purpose in pushing myself beyond what is reasonable. It appears I'm not suited to this particular round. I should probably just return to Aru Village and rest.
Really? So you're...
Yes. I do have my results in the first round to serve as a buffer, so even if I forfeit this round, I still... Withdrawing now will allow me to conserve my energy.
A wise decision.
Oh, stop trying to be so polite. Everyone hold hands! The Temple of Wisdom! Stand with me! Feeling now, Tighnari? Do you want to rest some more?
There's some shade here, so we can...
All right.
Oh, Sino and Tighnari. And you've got the Traveler and Paimon with you. Oh, hey, Layla! Yeah, the sun was too strong, so What about you? Are you all done already?
Unfortunately not. I'm not quite as capable as I thought. I intend to...
Withdraw?
I believe the rules do provide for such a situation. Alhaitham did say that the act of leaving the competition grounds would result in
Didn't I ask you if you were alright before this? If you had just decided to withdraw then, you wouldn't have had to suffer.
Well, I had to try, didn't I? So when I get back, I'm definitely going to make a batch of sun-resistant oil. Next time I venture into the desert, I'll be prepared. By the way, you're Layla, aren't you? You don't look very well yourself.
I did feel a little faint when I first entered the desert, but be careful not to push. Don't worry.
Feeling the pressure?
Uh-huh.
Your expression is similar to the ones I see on criminals' faces when I interrogate them.
To tell you the truth, I'm still not sure whether I have what it takes to... Most people voted for me because of all the rumors surrounding me. And to be honest, those rumors, even the people who usually criticize me voted for me this time.
So their expectations are putting pressure on.
Yes. Actually, I heard that you were voted in as well, Tighnari.
To be completely honest, I don't really feel any pressure. Firstly, Those who expect things from you do not necessarily do so for benign reasons. On the other hand, those who do consider your feelings certainly wouldn't want you to push yourself. Next, we are researchers. Our primary duty is to interact with knowledge, not to meet others' expectations. As for me, I took part in this competition to advertise for an academic lecture at Gandharvaville next month. I'll obviously try my best during the competition, but I won't let any additional pressure get to me. I think you can also try to find a clearly defined goal. That may help you.
Huh. I understand.
I'm absolutely parched after talking so much.
I've still got some water with me.
No, I'll be all right. We aren't far from Aru Village, so I can go the rest of the way myself.
Yes.
Hey, don't talk like that. I'm not dead, Sino. Everyone, I'll be heading...
I'll continue searching for the ley line
Are you feeling better now, Layla?
Yeah, I feel like some of the weight has been taken off. It's been a long time since I first left my hometown to come to the academia, and every day here has been so precious. But all sorts of complex astrological models, countless quizzes, and essays that took all my brain power to barely finish. Each of those things are like huge boulders barreling at me, forcing me to continue running forward. When I was chosen as my Darshan's representative, it felt like another boulder was added to the ones already rolling behind me. Every time I close my eyes, I think of all the people I'd disappoint if I mess up. Yeah, I think that's what Tainari was trying to tell me. You're our good friends, which is why you didn't stop him from dropping out of this round, and why you don't feel disappointed in me.
That's right! No need to...
That said, he did also say that he hopes I could have more concrete goals for taking part in this competition. I don't have any now, but I'll give that some thought. Anyway, I won't take up any more of your time. You still have to record the other contestants' progress, don't you? Perhaps they've had some...
True. We should go look for the others.
You could go see how Madame Farozan's doing. I've heard that she's quite knowledgeable.
Okay, let's go. Hey there, Farozan. Have you made any progress?
You're just in time. I'm about to start digging right here.
Oh, you found the ley line disruptor?
Such a simple problem could never confound me. Not long after entering the desert, I discovered a primal construct that was acting abnormally. So once I got near here, it suddenly disappeared.
You're a true expert, Madame Farozan. You knew what to do right away.
Well, I do happen to have more experience than most. But that aside, has anyone completed this challenge yet?
Nope, not yet.
Well then, I suppose I'll be the first. What about that boy Tainari? Oh? And why's that?
He's not used to being out and about in the desert.
I didn't think he would have such a weakness. I suppose he could use a bit more training. What about the others? Is that Ratawahist girl still a bundle?
Tainari gave Layla some advice, and she seems to be doing a lot better now. Sino just started his search for the disruptors, and as for Hat Guy, well, who knows what he's thinking.
And what about Kaveh? Has he found a ley line disruptor?
Paimon doesn't think so, or our locators would have already let us know.
Strange. What's he lollygagging for? With his skills, you should have heard something from him by now. Well, I'm afraid the most thrilling moments are already done here. You should... to apply. I see everything.
Be still.
Our bond is strong. How heartless.
That's close enough.
Everyone hold hands.
I'll be back.
Come on, stop following me! I already gave you all the food I had on me. You can cry all you want. I don't have any more food. All I have left is a half bottle of water, and I can't possibly give you that. Without water, traveling in the desert will be incredibly difficult. Mirak, can you help me out here? Keep them away.
Kaveh, there you are. Farozan told us to come see how you're doing. What?
Just thinking about it makes me upset. Not long after I entered the desert, I was accosted by these fellows. I don't know why, but they didn't leave the competition grounds. And now the ley line disruptions have left them confused and circling around the air. The moment they saw me, they wouldn't leave me alone. They even cheated me out of my limited food supply. Hey, didn't I ask you to keep them away?
Kaveh, is this flying metal thingy you...
That's right. This is my toolbox, Mirak.
Your toolbox? Huh. It seems pretty fancy.
Sometimes I need to carry things when I go out, so it's handy to have a portable toolbox.
Well, this definitely doesn't look like an ordinary toolbox.
It's a long story. When I was working in the desert, I ran into a merchant group who had a machine core they excavated from... It was clearly from King Deshret's civilization. His technology still isn't fully understood, and Kasharawar has many different opinions on this topic. Our current theories cannot explain such mysteries. Upon seeing such a rare, complete specimen before me, I forked over all the more... Some time back, I wanted to make an automated case that could store my offloaded items. With that core, I created Mirak. It can't understand commands that are too complex, but it can serve as my assistant and help me with things like mapping and surveying. Most importantly, it can't talk, so it can't give me any attitude. Oh, yes. Thanks for helping hide the fact that I live at Alhatham's place earlier.
Sorry.
I hope this season of my life ends soon, so I can get things back on track. Things just started going downhill at some point. Maybe it all started when my mom remarried and left for Fontaine. Or maybe it all started when I spoke to Alhatham in the library. Or maybe it's because constructing the Palace of Alcazarzaray burned through my funds. I'm still paying off the debt from that one. Now that I think about it, I guess we're all unlucky here. It's not like any of you asked to be trapped in a ley line disruption.
Kaveh, aren't you going to look for the ley line disruptor?
Yes, but I can't just leave them here, can I? Oh, forget it. The more I think about this, the more I feel a headache coming on. Time's a-wasting. I'm off.
Kaveh looks like he's conflicted. He really wants to win, but he can't ignore those he wants to help. Paimon's always felt like he's the type who easily gets himself into tough spots. Paimon doesn't mean this in an insulting way, but he seems like the kind of guy who'd be really easy to take advantage of. Whoa! Someone's done already! Paimon also wants to know.
mission complete.
Ooh, so Sino was the quickest.
I am from Spontamod, after all. We know a lot about ley lines, so finding a disruptor was never going to be particularly difficult.
Since the Traveler and Paimon also happen to be here, do you have anything you...
Anything I want to say? The bonds of yesterday will forge the road. That's a line from King of Invocations, one of my favorite works. And it sums up my thoughts right now.
It might be a good thing that Tainari isn't here, or else he'd give Sino a good smack right about now.
Oh, wow. It's already so late. Everyone's probably...
Something similar happened in King of Invocation.
Any thoughts on that, Ollie?
I have no thought.
He obviously wasn't asking about that.
Deserts are much more dangerous at night, so this competition should be nearing its end. At the moment, only Farazan, Layla, and Kaveh remain.
I wonder who the next person's...
Wait, only 3 people are left? Tainari forfeited, and Sino's already done.
He also forfeited not long ago.
I can't understand what he's thinking at all. Like all Ethan said, this round's almost over.
Hello again. You know, it suddenly occurred to me that you guys have had to do a lot of running around this time. Well, in that case, the deserts are getting colder now night's falling. And then the wind, has anyone...
Sino's already shutting down.
I circled the whole area, but I did have a chance to think some more about that thing that, well, my fellow office members must have all put my name forward for different reasons. And maybe a lot of them only picked me because of Ida's name. I believe in a lot of them and I want to live up to their expectations.
But that's thinking like
Of course, that comes with some amount of pressure. That may not sound like a huge difference to you, but it's helped me. Also, now that I can relax, I think I'll just... But the competition isn't... You're... Good to you too. It's nice to be out. Feels like I'm cooped up in for well, since I'm here, I guess I should help her finish this. What are we supposed to be doing? Let me see. Looks like she's basically got all the information she needs. Come with me too. You ever get feeling that the lines have a regular flow? Similar to the way that less bodies follow orbits. If we were down from high, I wonder whether we find that the ley lines are just the reflections of the stars on the Earth. Not all astrological phenomena can be directly observed. Some are deductions based on other details that we know. It's in situational ley lines. The parts of them that are hidden underground can be identified via elemental energy, sound, and other phenomena. Plus, now that someone has put one of the disruptors down, the contrast between before and after can provide me with further information still. Let me see. It should be here, I think. This should be right? I'll turn it on.
nice work.
And I didn't do any of the real work. She'll probably wake up soon. No doubt she'll be a little disoriented at first, but once she's got her bearings, she'll go and report that she shut down this disruptor. Will you be staying here for a while? Or are you going to check...
Oh, time to check our locator.
Perhaps they're about to find the last disruptor. Also, speaking of Kaveh,
Why did you say that?
before the second round, he had a chat with the other me. He said that worries can be like illnesses. They don't always have a magic cure. Sometimes you just have to endure them as best you can until they run their course. But the way I see it, his situation is much worse than my other selves. She just hadn't found what she wanted to do at the moment, which is why she felt lost. Kaveh, meanwhile, knows what he wants to do. He's convinced that he has to win, and yet he doesn't have a second personality, but somehow he still seems that he's at odds with himself in some way. I don't know exactly how to describe it. It's like he's smiling on the outside, but there's no joy inside. Still, who knows? He must be more experienced than me. But back to the topic of wrapping up. Shouldn't you be getting back to the action to record?
Oh, true. Kaveh and Farazan were super confident at the start. But between the two of them, who's going to get there first? Let's head over quick.
It should be around here.
Finally found it.
Kaveh?
Oh, Madame Faruzan. And here I thought you would have...
Farazan, Kaveh! Oh, looks like Layla.
I didn't expect that you and I would find a disruptor at the...
Tighnari and Hat Guy forfeited, while Sino and Layla are already done. Huh?
Yes, I kept digging, but instead of finding a disruptor, I fell down pretty deep and it was completely dark in there. It took me quite some time to unlock the various mechanisms and return to the surface.
That's... actually...
Finishing a week's worth of trials in such a short time. Huh.
What about you? Why are you so...
I encountered a lot of lost desert foxes along the way, and I brought them to the outskirts of the competition zone. When I came back, I was absolutely parched. And then I blacked out. When I woke up, it was already night. I used the last of my strength to come here.
A most curious reason indeed. But are you sure you're all right? You said you were familiar with the desert. But the way you handle problems... It does feel rather...
It was problematic, but that had nothing to do with me being a genius. It was my decision. The way I did things wasn't optimal, but I wouldn't have been comfortable not doing it either. My conscience would have weighed on me.
Youths these days. Each stranger than the next. But back to the main issue at hand. Since we are both very certain that this is where the final leyline disruptor is... Well, this is indeed it. Of that there is no doubt. But how shall we count the score this time? What is it, youngster?
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking that this round's finally over. There shouldn't be any more innocent creatures getting wrapped up in danger. As for the points, I guess we can draw lots again later. I can't think of anything better.
All right. In that case, let's all head back.
Looks like the second round is over. I wonder who is faster, Kaveh or Madame Farazan? Huh? Where's Madame Farazan?
She went to get water. She'll be back shortly.
You get caught up in some things so easily. like drawing lots.
I'm not caught up in anything. Don't make it sound like I take...
Really? Then should I say that you have a curious affinity for drawing lots?
I'll go get the box and slips of paper for the lots. Please wait a moment.
Oh, here we go again.
I got it!
Congratulations!
Looks like Kave's luck's taking a turn for the better.
Oh, finally! After all...
It looks like you've been rewarded for your tribulations.
And with that, our second round is done. Sino, Layla, and Kave are our victorious contestants. As for the current standings, let me see. Sino and Layla both have 4 points, putting them both in first place. The rest in descending order are Tainari, Faruzan, Kave, and Hakai. The next round will be the final one. I heard that some stalls at the Wisdom Gala are debuting new games, so feel free to drop by if you're interested. Otherwise, see you next round!
Time to go.
It feels like something's been on your mind this entire time.
Traveler, Paimon. I finally found you.
Finally?
Don't you feel like there's something off about this year's academia? When Candace and I were at the cafe earlier, we might have caught sight of some mercs on business. Thing is, they were disguised as but no disguise can mask the stench of blood. Just from their suspicious looks, I bet they do dirty work like kidnapping.
We eavesdropped on them for a while. Their targets...
Sachin? Isn't that the person who Karina mentioned during the opening ceremony? He's apparently the sponsor behind the competition prizes and the Diadem of Knowledge, but he hasn't shown himself.
Sounds like a rich person, all right. The Eremites have been struggling to make ends meet recently, so a lot of groups have been doing private work that involves the... In their words, one gig sets you up for half a year. Just one job like this nets them enough mora to take it easy for a while.
The extravaganza has brought many tourists to Sumeru City all at once. So it's Dia and I wanted to directly capture them, but they were on guard and made some excuse to slip away.
I would have tied him up if it wouldn't have caused a scene. Who's legally supposed to take care of this kind of thing? The Matra? Or...
If Sino were here, he'd definitely get involved. Why don't we head over to the Thanks a million, you two.
Not at all.
Yeah, don't sweat it. The Eremite's reputation is gonna get even worse if these but this is Sumeru City. Candace and I don't have as much freedom to act here, so we're leaving this in your hand.
Should you require our aid, come find us at the cafe.
Paimon's noticed that something's bugging you. Is it the extravaganza? Ugh.
Watch out for pickpockets.
world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
Hey! Isn't that the mantra we investigated Siraj with?
Hello, both. It's been a while. Do you have any issues? Someone's planning to kidnap Sachin. Goodness, the growing popularity of the extravaganza has given him quite the reputation boost as its spot.
Well, since he's got a target on his back now...
To tell you the truth, we've thought about doing just that. However, Sachin apparently prefers to spend most of his time out doing field work, and hardly ever comes back to Sumeru's. Our only lead is something he once said. Each time the Inter-Darshan Championship is held, I will be watching from close by to choose a suitable person to inherit. Assuming he remains committed to that promise, then he must be right here in the city somewhere. I suspect that the Eremites in
So they shouldn't know where Sachin is either.
I would assume not. Anyway, Mahamatra-san, don't you worry. A couple of kidnappers aren't gonna get very far in Sumeru City these days. I have my ways of forcing them out into the... All of that said, if you're interested in Sachin's story, why don't you try tracking him down as well? The sooner we ascertain his whereabouts, the quicker we can act to ensure his safety. I mean, you could task all the Matra and the whole Corps of 30 with someone's protection, but if the client doesn't show themselves, there's nothing we can do to help.
Fair point. Guess we should start searching for him too, but where should we start?
None, I'm afraid. He's never committed any crimes or broken academic protocols.